She's noticed.
I didn't see any pictures for a long time.
All right, I believe the first thing on mine was, review and discuss the possibility of acceptance of the WPPI member loan. So if you guys recall, last meeting I presented, a letter that was given to, the executive committee of WPPI. And what it was for the member revolving loan application that you guys see in front of you. It was for $500,000, and that is specifically for the substation, industrial substation expansion. That is estimated to be at $579,000. I did get information that's gonna be slightly higher because they missed a switch in there. But nonetheless, it's a 0% loan. If you guys go to the second page of that application, it does give the details of this loan. 0% loan. It is a 10-year or 120 payment plan. There's a 1% administration fee, one-time 1% administration fee for the first year. This would be paid back on our wholesale power cost bill. So instead of them sending two separate bills, it just comes on the one bill, and we pay it the same way we do with the wholesale power cost bill. The second sheet that was attached was my last email with Lori Morehart, which basically is just questions that will be asked of me and next steps. So with this, I'm just looking for, are we going to approve accepting the loan? And if we do, then we will then do a more formal with having a resolution that's written up by WPPI Legal, which we would have our city attorney review as well. There's just some few details I got to work out with Forrester, like when do we want the money? When are we going to be having to make payments to our contractors? Those are the details I need to have, because why would we pay, or why would we take it now if we don't need it until the end of the project, which would be in 2027. So those are some of the details I need to figure out right now. But before I give them the okay to start making out this legal paperwork and resolution, I just thought I'd bring it to you guys first to see, is this what we want to do? I think it's we asked the question to Aaron from Baker Tilly. It'd be, I think, really wise for us to take this with it being 0%. We'd have to borrow for it anyways, most likely. So we do have a lot of cash on hand too. That's a safe goal for us if any big issues would ever happen in our city. But even with with the last tornado, we saw how well our insurance worked out. We basically were fully recovered costs through our insurance. So I think it's a safe thing for us to do with accepting this loan. If anybody has any questions about that.
No, I think you and you talked to me about it before. So.
And you'd say take a 0% loan and keep the cash on hand that you have on hand. Yes, I agree.
Yeah, we're getting interest on.
Right.
That's just smart.
Is the water department shared up with the electric utility now, Mike?
No, they're making payments.
But didn't you say you were gonna zero that out by the end of this year or something? What did you tell us last time? I thought
No, we did not. We decided that we were gonna still make payments, I thought.
I thought we were closed on electric.
No, I thought the electric
Electric is
and
done.
water were all right. Yeah, it was the wastewater.
Sewer still owes.
Wastewater still owes electric.
That's what I thought too.
No,
Remember?
That's what Aaron said.
Sewer-
Either or, I'm trying to make you whole and get the debt away from those other two departments or whatever, but.
I think
sewer
that
has
electric,
completed paying back
water's
electric.
done.
Sewer did pay
Wastewater is
back
still.
Electric.
So sewer is still paying water though.
Sewer is still paying water,
Correct.
but electric is paid back already.
Because 2 years ago, Baker Tilly recommended that they made electric whole, paid the electric off first. And then,
That's what I was following up on, that recommendation. I couldn't remember if it happened or not. It was talked
Yeah,
about.
electric is paid back.
It's good.
so basically I'm looking for is just a motion for you guys that we are gonna accept this. This is not a binding motion right now. The binding motion would be the resolution. The resolution is our final acceptance, but for me to go forward, I feel more comfortable if you guys gave me the initiative then to move forward with it.
What is your pleasure?
I'll make the motion to do this.
Yeah, I'll second it.
Motion by Coon, second by Lee to have Nick
Move forward.
Coleman proceed with this. Is there any more discussion? If not, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion is carried.
All right, project updates. Last meeting, we approved $5,000 for Cook's auction for that triple reel trailer. We weren't even close to it. Ended up selling for a new price of $15,000 X amount of dollars. So that money was not used and we didn't buy anything. So it was worth a shot, and I think I logged on about an hour before the end of it because I figured that's the only time you got to log on anyways, and it was already at $14,200 and some dollars, and I just shut it back off. So we did not proceed with anything on that auction. So good for Mike, I guess, in that case. We installed 2 riser poles, dead end riser poles, up on Holden Road by Clearview's driveway and on 26 by Clearview. This was for the ATC construction, removing the underbuild off the transmission poles. As far as level completion is, we got the full new system up and running. We got the poles that aren't in use anymore off of 26. We got some poles down on Home Road 2 that we aren't using anymore. So basically what you guys see up there now, minus new cross arms and new transmission poles, are what's going to be in place. We still have 15 spans to take down across the 3 fields that go through the Ingalls field, Nails Brothers field, and the Dodge County field, the airport field. But we're waiting for ATC's track mats to get in there because I don't want us to have soil compaction and then the farmers blame us when they're going to come in. And I was told 3 weeks they're going to come in and place their mats. So after they place their mats, we'll finish wrecking out those 15 spans of ACSR and take the cross arms down. We finished wrecking out the alley behind the post office to Fair Street. That was our final step for the full completion of Fair Street conversion to underground. The underground, that system has been running. We just didn't have those last 3 spans taken care of, but the guys got that down last week while I was on vacation. So that is completed. We got 3 of the 4 radar signs up in town for public safety. The 3 that are installed are on East Center, 26 on the north end by Clearview, and then on 26 on the south end, just down between Village Garden and the school district. These locations were picked out by Dave himself, and they seem to be working. We tried to get some high scores one time just to see if it worked, and they do. They flash when you get to so fast, they flash red at you. And I programmed them to be, a couple miles over, it starts flashing at you, and then you get a little higher, it starts flashing red, and you get a white light that starts flashing at you as well. So the reason I only did 3 of the 4 is because one of the 4 had a faulty battery straight from the manufacturer. So we are getting the replacement. Actually showed up today. So the last one will be installed by Glass Boss. We put up the new outlets on Highway 26 from the poles that were taken down during the tornado in preparation for the DPW's Christmas lights. Dylan attended his 2nd week of school, and we did 1 service upgrade at 236 East Oak Road. And we did the 15 disconnects. And that's all I have.
What was the last one? We did the
15 disconnects.
So, does anybody have any questions for Nick?
Do them signs give you a smiley face if you're doing spewing?
No, and I tried to see if I could do that because the one on A does that.
Yeah, right, yeah.
And I couldn't get this one to do that.
Oh,
I was gonna, but no.
Okay. Moving on. Alex,
Well, you'll have to forgive me for my lack of preparation, as my plan was to work today to do paperwork and get ready for the meeting tonight. And I've been digging a hole all day, so, basically, off of what I can remember, is, we got the gate at the wastewater treatment plant done. It's now fully automated and everything. Troy and Brian worked at Flushing, probably 2 weeks ago. I don't know if anybody noticed any marked changes in water quality since they flushed.
Was this the directional one that they did, or was this just?
This is just regular flushing, but they moved a bunch of water.
I haven't seen
Public
any.
Works said you had they had a complaint about the flashing, just flooded somebody's
Oh,
business yard or whatever.
yeah, the
Oh.
dog.
The dog
Yeah.
park had to
yeah. Was the curb fixed before then yet? Cause that
I
curb.
don't know,
had
they
been-
said Joe said he went down and then checked, there was some stuff that should have been cleaned out, like the ditch or something.
Yeah, culvert was plugged.
Oh,
Before,
Oh, I
before
see
you
the
get there,
ditch
the
there.
culvert starts, I was looking at it today actually, and, it was plugged up. So,
Water's gotta go somewhere. You know, we try our best to try to
Well,
make a
that's just one of
plan.
those, that's just one of those
Yeah.
things, next time you flush, that you make sure that the culvert,
Push it a different way. Yeah, we try
make
to
sure
make
the
a-
culvert's cleaned out.
Yeah. We try to make a plan before we move any water that you're putting it in a reasonable place, and sometimes your plans just don't work out the way you hope.
But you know, next time you have a little more investigating to do.
Yeah. Otherwise, we had we had a water main break over, it looks like it started on Saturday, and it finally made its way into the sanitary sewer last night. So when we came in this morning, we saw lift station 1 had been running nonstop. So it's like, okay, definitely a problem. So I went up there with Brian this morning and isolated where it was. The worst part is it happened to be on West North Street with the brand new road paved over it. And so we had called out American Leak Detection to come out, because when we put brand new roads on old pipes, the water doesn't like to come out of the road. It just goes, it finds a different place to go. So it was coming out of storm sewer, coming out of sanitary sewer in multiple different locations. So there was no good way to pinpoint where this leak was coming from. So American Leak Detection did come out. They correlated it. They marked an X on the road and said, dig here. With the consideration that it had been going for probably better part of the weekend, I made the decision to go ahead and dig it ourselves today, just get it done with. And when we dug where he told us to dig, we were down maybe 2 feet, and we found the road completely undermined in that location. There was probably a 2-foot radius by 4 feet long that was completely caved out. So we dug out as much as we could and put a band on the hole in the pipe and filled it back in. So we literally finished that up as I walked in here. So it's holding water now. Odds are, the hard part is that where we dug was 100 feet from where it was infiltrating the sanitary sewer and the storm sewer. So that water was moving under 100 feet of the road. So what I can tell you is over the next couple of years, you're probably going to notice some settling in that road between the intersection of Fairfield and where we dug. And there's really nothing we can do about it. So, I don't know if we wanna try to get that patched yet this fall. We can, otherwise, we do like we did South Street 2 years ago and just leave it until they're in town next year. Let some traffic run it down and pack it down before we pave it. 'Cause I think the sooner we pave it, the more it's gonna settle. We could even do like they did on Southwestern when they dug that for the sunset view. You could throw 2 inches of concrete on it. That worked actually remarkably well. I don't know. That's all. I'm just spitballing ideas here. But, yeah, so some concern about the damage caused to the road by that leak, but we fixed it as soon as we were able. So that's all I got for today.
Okay. Anybody have any questions for Alex?
That's gonna be a mess over there.
Yeah.
How big?
Very small, actually. 6 by 8.
Okay, nobody has any questions. I have a letter from Municipal Electric Utilities of Wisconsin thanking us for allowing Nick Coleman to participate as a district official for MAUW. So, unless you want me to read the letter in its
I
entirety.
didn't give it to you.
Anybody want to look at it? This is a listing of all the officers. So, but otherwise, I haven't been around much. Can't drive, so I haven't been. I made it out to the wastewater and signed the thing for Applied Technologies. Is that it?
Oh, did you?
You sent me the email.
I signed it and I sent it to him already.
They said they needed my signature, so
Oh, okay, that's fine.
that's all I have. I hope to be around a little more this, once I can start moving. So that's all I have, Mr. Mayor. You have anything?
Nothing other than I'd like to congratulate Alex on his new addition to his family. I thought it was very nice that Peggy let us know that you were gone and what have you, and I hope everybody's doing well.
Yeah. Well, he's been, Gavin is my new son and he's been doing well.
So,
I suppose I should ask Nick about his hunt, how well he did. We're on film.
It was wet in North Dakota.
all right. Any old business? Any new business? If not, I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Motion by Caniff, second by Coons to adjourn. Any discussion? If not, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion is carried at 6:55.
It's gotta be a record.
How are we recording now, Nick?